Hey guys, it's me Zoe here with Chestnut Hills Farmstead. Spooky season is over. So that means my two favorite times of the year is here. It's going to be time to decorate for Christmas really soon, and there's lots of baking that's going to be happening. So let me tell you what I have come up with. So, what I've been thinking, let's do a mini series of different um, side dishes and desserts to go for Thanksgiving or even Christmas. I want to try to do some old fashioned and some newer style. So, let's get in the kitchen today, and I have an idea that I want to try. And I hope that you guys will try it too once you see what I've done. All right, we've made it to the kitchen. And today I wanted to do two different pies, but we're doing it three ways. We are going to do an old school traditional sweet potato pie. We're going to do a traditional buttermilk pie, but then a little modern twist to it. We're going to do a sweet potato buttermilk pie, which is a layer pie, has your sweet potato base and a top of a buttermilk layer. And I thought that throughout this little mini series, we would try to do some different mashups, kind of like that, where we take some of your traditional old school side dishes and desserts, and then maybe here and there throw in a more modern twist to them as well. Before we go over all the ingredients, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep these crusts. We're going to do them the same way for all three pies. I have 4 pie crusts. I'm going to go ahead and prep the 4. These are just your store-bought crusts because we don't have time today to make a crust. But these always work in a pinch. And I'm going to go ahead and prep all 4 of them the same. And then we'll come back after we've baked them for 10 to 15 minutes in a 350 oven. And then we'll start working on the individual pies. So what I have is I have a stick of melted butter, which we will use for some other stuff. But right now we're going to do each one of these. We're just going to put a little bit, move it around, get the bottoms buttery. We don't want a puddle, we just want it wet. And then what we're going to do, going to take a little brown sugar, and we're going to just put a little light layer. This is going to prevent the bottoms from getting soggy. And we'll do each one just like this. We're just using enough butter to put a little layer of brown sugar on. Alright, so we got all our crusts ready. We are going to bake these for about 10 to 15 minutes in a 350-degree oven. So while those pie crusts are par baking, kind of halfway baking so we can get the bottoms cooked, we're going to go ahead and start the process of the sweet potato pie because it will go in our last pie. It will be the bottom layer, so we need to go ahead and get it ready. What I did is I have taken 5 sweet potatoes and I have roasted them at about 400 degrees for 45 minutes or so. And now they've cooled. They've been cooling about 20 minutes, probably a little longer, but they are soft and they are ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and peel these and we're going to get them into our mixing bowl and get them ready to be the base of our pie. Alrighty. So if you see, it has little bubbles in it. There we go. You do not want to pop those because those will break your pie shell and your filling will get under them. They will dry like that. Your pie shells will cool and the bubbles will go down once you put your filling in. All right, 4 par baked pie shells that we're going to allow to cool while we start working on our fillings. Here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these sweet potatoes get mashed real good. Before we start adding anything else to it. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead, I swapped out and put my paddle attachment on instead of my mixer, my whisk, because it is so thick. I think the paddle would be better. Let's go ahead and check it. We're going to push it down one more good time. Going to give it one more go again before we start adding in any of our ingredients. I think that's good. All right, let's get it all pushed down, cleaned up here. Push everything to the bottom. And what we'll do is we'll turn the mixer on and let it go while everything's mixing. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we're going to need before we put it in case it's too loud. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're going to put in a stick of melted butter first. All this while it's mixing. Then we will add in 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. We will add in 2 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. We will add in 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, and we're going to mix that very well. And then we'll put in some nutmeg, some cinnamon, some vanilla, and 3 eggs.
Oh, how I long to bring hope to the masses, but I am blind to the need right in front of me. Help me remember life grows from the ashes. Open my eyes to see clearly. Lord, I am asking you, I am willing. Lord, won't you please help me do what you're bidding? I need the courage, I know you can help me. Am I ready? I don't know. Am I ready? You seem to think so. So let's go. Let's set out and change the world one need at a time. Let's go. You know the reason, you know the right. Oh, anything, everything, let it be good. Team with me, Jesus, to be what I could be. Big things started out small, but the distractions kept me from hearing the quiet whisper of your call, telling me you were the one I was needing, always forgiving me when I was weak, silently guiding through valleys and peaks, all the while shining a light in
I've always just grown up with a smidge of of nutmeg. So there's me a smidge of nutmeg. Same thing with cinnamon. I usually do what I think would be about a tablespoon and a half maybe. We're going to add in our vanilla. Let that mix good. We'll turn the mixer off and add in 3 eggs. Alright, 3 eggs in. One last hoorah. Everybody's in the pool. Okay, let's get pie crust going. We're going to do a full one, and then we'll do a half of one, and we'll see where we are. Now, if you like a less rustic consistency, that's okay. You are welcome to stick it in a blender or a food processor, but I like it like this. So look, there's our sweet potato pie. We're going to go ahead and fill another one for our sweet potato and buttermilk pie. Not quite as full because, well, looks like we're going to have us. Well, let's just go ahead and make a second sweet potato pie. I like it. Because I did know that this recipe did make 2. I don't think that I mentioned that, but it does make 2. And the buttermilk pie is a 1. So I'm going to fill this one halfway for our half and half pie. And we'll just add us a buttermilk topping. Alright, I'm going to get the dishes cleaned up and we'll start on buttermilk. Alright, let's do this. We're going to do buttermilk pie. This is one of Nick's favorites that he has made for me many times. And we're going to do it. We've got 1 stick of soft butter. We are going to do 1 cup granulated sugar. We're going to go ahead and, we're doing this by hand today. So we're going to go ahead and whisk that in. We're just cutting that sugar in there into that butter. I have a stand mixer, but I was thinking, I was like, a lot of people don't have stand mixers. And my grandmother didn't always, I don't remember my grandmother ever using a stand mixer, to be honest. So we're gonna hand mix it. We'll keep mixing some more in just a second. Let's go ahead and get us 3 eggs added in and wash my hands. All right, better. 3 eggs. Uno. 2. And 3. All right, let's get us some liquid added in here. going to do a cup of buttermilk. Let's add in some vanilla. Two tablespoons of flour. And we'll use a splash of lemon juice. Now you can use real lemons if you want. I just always try to use that because we don't typically keep lemons. Okay, let's pour up our crust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and top this one. This is our duo cake pie. Duo pie. Just enough, just a little layer of buttermilk. There we go, and we're going to put the rest of this in this other one. Man, that was perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can hear Nick's eyes rolling as I speak. Looks great. We'll wash dishes while the pie's baked. All right. Into the oven. Everything's going to go at 350. Let's say an hour. It says 45 minutes to an hour. Let's go ahead and bet on an hour. We're putting 4 in the oven, maybe a little longer, but typically 45 minutes to an hour. And then we'll do a little taste test after they cool, of course. Well, the pies are done. Got 2 sweet potato, buttermilk, and our buttermilk sweet potato, or sweet potato buttermilk. I like that better, I think. They're done. Let's get them sliced up and let's let Nick have a taste. All right, it's time to try some pie. I'm going to cut him a piece, a little piece of each. Just to, try and see what he's thinking. Well, I left his crust. Let's see here. This is our new let's see, let me get something better. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. that I do not cut pie for a living. But let's get Nick in here and let's try this. So before you guys come at me, they didn't cut very well because they're still warm. I did not allow them time to cool all the way. They have been cooling about 10 minutes, but for the sake of the video, pretend like these are beautiful slices of pie and that I was phenomenal at it. Okay, now let's get him. Okay, first pie.
Well, they look, I heard you talking about it, so they look like they'll do pretty good once you get it on the plate.
Yeah.
If they cool off, they'll be okay.
All right, first pie we made sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Be honest.
I like sweet potatoes.
Me too. Tastes like sweet potato?
Heck yeah, that's really good.
Okay. What does it need?
I've had some sweet potato pies that I did not like.
Yeah.
But that one's good.
Okay. All right. This one is buttermilk by itself.
Well, that is not what my buttermilk pie looks like.
I didn't make your buttermilk pie.
I'm going to take that crust with it, though.
It does have the crunchy top.
Yeah, I know it. I like that part. That's the best part. But it's hard to not make a good buttermilk pie.
What does it need?
It's good.
It is good? Needs to firm up a little.
Needs to firm up a little bit. That one would typically have a little bit more vanilla. Be a little sweeter.
Okay.
But no, it's really good. It's really good.
This is a sweet potato with a buttermilk top. It's like a
that I've never heard of.
It's a trend I've been seeing. That's what gave me this idea, because we like sweet potato and buttermilk. And so I was like, well, we can try that, but let's try one of each first. So this is sweet potato with a buttermilk on top. So it's probably 3/4 sweet potato, 1/4 buttermilk.
That I've never heard of.
Is it a good trend?
That's a good combination.
Good. That might help the sweetness of the buttermilk a little.
It does. Now, there's nothing wrong with buttermilk pie. It just would typically have a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more vanilla. But no, it's good. I could eat that, no doubt.
Okay.
But that one,
is it some count?
that's surprisingly good combination. I never really thought about that, but that's good. And that sweet potato pie may be one of my favorites.
Oh.
And I'm not a huge sweet potato pie fan. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong. I love sweet potatoes, but it's just never been my first choice. But that one's good.
Well, good. Okay, thanks. So, do you recommend them trying it?
I would definitely recommend, because a lot of people make buttermilk pies. Everybody on the planet makes sweet potato pies. I would definitely get them to try the combination of the two, because that's good. That's a good combination I never thought about.
All right, guys. Well, we got the Nick's approval. So I hope you guys try this. Tell me something that brings back fond memories for your Thanksgiving, Christmas dinners, and let's see what I can come up with for next week's portion of this mini-series. We'll see y'all next time at Chestnut Hills Farmstead. Bye, guys.